Transparency. Isn't that what they call it?
Oh, yeah. I think, people are a bit sceptical at the moment. I think if you look back at the red and yellow cards in the game when they were introduced first, there was a lot of people who were very wary of them. To me, red and yellow cards have been a massive success to our game. There's no doubt that the electronic contact with the linesman is a big step as well, and the numbers of the substitutes. It's all improving. Basically, electronic flags is a quick means of contacting the referee, and it's controlled basically by a little small item that I wear on my arm. The manual system is whatever number's coming off, we just basically display that there. Basically, the substitute zone is 5 metres either side of the line, and what we're asking subs to do is the player must come off the field before the substitute actually comes on. The blood substitute works in the sense that if a player has any blood on his gear, on his boots, anywhere, and he has to be removed from the field to be totally cleaned down. If the player with the blood is ready to come back on, and he comes back on, and they take another player off, they don't take the actual substitute off, well, that is classed as a substitute. The only rule outside of that is when the goalkeeper, if a goalkeeper gets injured, get a blood stain, you're allowed to bring number 21 in to replace the goalkeeper. You can always teach an old dog new tricks, no doubt about that, if the dog was willing to learn.
Overall, I think some of the criticism was over the top.
In fairness, Seamus Pryor did look, he could have informed him, but unfortunately Seamus Pryor just couldn't see the linesman raising his flag, and he couldn't hear me, and when he didn't hear me, he may have served in the army.
A lot of things worked in Ballygall Fair. One thing didn't work, We worked the system, a lot of them worked very well. The electronic flags weren't available, but all the other systems worked quite well.
Substitutes are used at the management's discretion, and there's a lot of tactics involved, and maybe a little bit of gamesmanship. And I will admit, in the past, I would have used substitutions at a critical juncture in the game when we want to slow the game down. As the case was last Sunday, I need to get Brendan McBrien, in this case, onto the field, and it could have possibly delayed 25-30 seconds. We might have gone on and won the game. So there is a little bit of gamesmanship. I'd be the first to admit that does go on in games.
Because of Pat McEnany, and we had 2 matches with the new system that we've introduced, and both games ended in draws. We had 2 games that ended in draws last week. So basically, it takes the responsibility away from the referee. It eliminates that theory out there that referees purposely play for draws to make more money for the GA.
Having seen what they were attempting to do, I think it will be worthwhile, it will be beneficial. It will expedite substitutions, and more importantly, people will know what's happening.
Taking a second go at it to see who would march forward. Well, that was the case.